Street Fighter is, without a doubt, one of the best fighting games out there. Since I got a great response on Street Fighter in my last video, I thought, why not bring you another round of hidden secrets and Easter eggs from the classics of the series? Things you might not have seen yet. I put a lot of effort and dedication into making this video, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy every moment. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'm going to start the video with our warrior of justice with the thickest legs in games, Chun-Li, this beautiful character that Capcom created, and I know the kids love her, and we know why that is, right? But I'm here to talk about the scenario that is set on a very busy street in China. You may have already noticed the signs and not understood anything that is written. Well, each one of them reveals the daily life of the city. One of them, for example, if translated into English, means roast meat. There were other signs mentioning a pharmacy and a restaurant, very much in the style of the chaotic streets that we find in Chinese street markets, even though I have never been to China in my life. Now, let's jump over to some stages in Street Fighter Alpha 2, starting with Guile's stage. It's full of Easter eggs that tie directly back to the classic final fight. This setting is in Metro City, inspired by New York and the home of the Final Fight series. Here, we can spot several iconic characters from the franchise. Front and center, we see Hagar, Metro City's mayor, grabbing a skinny guy in a yellow outfit. Further to the right, there's Poison, an iconic character who debuted in Final Fight and made her first playable appearance in Street Fighter 4.
An overhead, a little off on the fuzzy.
Build some bar while he has a chance.
Okay, here comes Air, and Air happy.
In fact, Poison appears in Street Fighter 3, but she was not a playable character. There's a whole backstory for her, but we'll save that for another video. Between Hagar and Poison, we can spot Damned, the villain from Final Fight 1, who also shows up in the New York stage of Street Fighter 6. Is he set to join Street Fighter 6 as a playable character?
And Joy just made the most of it, that's fine with him.
We've also got Chief Eddie and Abigail, both from Final Fight. With Abigail appearing in Street Fighter 5. To the left, we see Cody and Hugo, who have both been playable in Street Fighter.
Well, Alex, 5-8's the give him a hand! Give him another hand!
Oh! Alex Fire grabbing him with the Ultra 2!
Oh, my!
Is this not going to be enough quite yet?
Almost the entire Final Fight crew is here, cheering on Guile. Now over to Dan Hibiki's stage, set in Hong Kong. This one hides an Easter egg you might have missed. Fei Long, who first appeared in Super Street Fighter 2. Look to the right, near some stalls, and you'll see a man with a towel around his neck, as if he's just finished training. That's Fei Long, inspired by Bruce Lee and long awaited by fans in Street Fighter 6, myself included. Maybe in Season 3? But the most interesting thing about this stage is a character in the background, holding a basket, who mimics Dan Hibiki's ridiculous fighting style. He practically mocks Dan with every move. Did you notice this detail before? The stages of Ken and Zangief also have cool inspirations. Both were based on the 1975 film Hard Times. This classic stars Charles Bronson as a street fighter who takes on brutal matches in gritty industrial and dockside settings. Watching the film, the similarities jump out. Zangief's stage, with large factories, gears in the background, and cheering crowds, closely resembles the industrial landscapes in the movie, where clandestine fights took place. Capcom recreated this vibe in Street Fighter 2, and you instantly think, this has to be Zangief's stage. Ken's stage is even more striking, set on a pier directly referencing the port fights from the movie. Capcom pretty much copied these scenes and brought them into the game. Let me know if you spotted this reference before. Also, in Ken's stage, there's a mysterious man on a boat wearing a hat and a trench coat, a figure many have noticed before. Years ago, fans believed he was a nod to Rorschach from Watchmen, the iconic comic, and there's definitely a resemblance. Although Capcom didn't confirm it, Things got even more interesting when they introduced the character Q in Street Fighter 3, who looks and acts similarly to the comic character. While Q isn't often mentioned and not many fans are asking for him in Street Fighter 6, what do you think? Would you like to see him return? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's look at Guile's stage, set at an airbase where the jet and uniformed figures in the background clearly reference the classic 80s movie Top Gun. In fact, the sunglasses-wearing character in the background is a tribute to Maverick, Tom Cruise's legendary character in the film. It's obvious Capcom loves to borrow references and sneak in Easter eggs. Finally, let's talk about a hidden gem not found in any of the Street Fighter battle stages, but in the game's opening sequence. Remember the scene with one fighter punching another? For a long time, rumors circulated that these two characters were actually Mike and Joe from Street Fighter 1 because of their strong resemblance. However, those rumors turned out to be wrong. Capcom clarified that these are actually two entirely different characters named Scott and Max, with no connection to the first game. Still, the question lingers. Personally, I think Capcom might have mixed up the story and only clarified this later. But the resemblance to Mike and Joe from Street Fighter 1 is striking. What do you think? That's all for now, folks. If you've watched the video this far, I'd love for you to suggest a code name for me, something you think matches the vibe of this channel. The most creative name will be what I use to introduce myself. Feel free to pick whatever nickname you like, and fingers crossed that YouTube helps get my content out there. See you in the next video.